This is a Cranchi E26 rider. It's a little smaller than we normally have on the channel, but I want to show it to you because it's just such an achingly cool little day boat. It's an Italian boat, so it's super stylish. I really like the colour scheme on this with the metallic grey finish and the wine-coloured seats. I think that's just absolutely brilliant. Now, they do two versions of this. They do one with a cuddy cabin at the front, and in fact we looked at one of those down in Cannes on Aquaholic in the past. This is the bow rider. That's what the rider refers to. So you've got this area up in the front and the whole boat just becomes completely open. But we'll step on board and I shall show it to you in a little more detail. So we come right to the back here. The engine on this, it's outboard engine powered, as you can see. And in fact there are several engine options. This is the middle one. So the standard engine, if I remember rightly, is 250 horsepower. This is a 300. They also do a 350 horsepower, but with this engine I'm told it's good for about 50 knots. So it's a real fly machine even with that engine. Can't imagine what it's like with a 350 on. This is an option. This is for putting a ski line on if you want to, or a wakeboarding, that sort of thing. So that's quite a useful thing. And these aren't rocket launchers, these are rod holders. We're going to step on here and you can see this is just completely laid out to fun days out on the water, sitting, having a drink, socialising, blasting down the coast. Fantastic. There are in fact infill cushions for this, so that you can see there's a ridge around here. You can make this whole area into a massive sunbathing area. Under the floor there's a bit of storage. You can see the canopy is in there at the minute. It's just a flat mooring cover that goes over it. And then up ahead, this is a tank space. So fuel tank is in there and so forth. And then up here is the business end. So this is where you drive the boat from. Got this beautifully styled seats. I really like the way they've done all of this, in fact, with this stitching. It's sort of almost like a hint of Lamborghini in that, isn't there? These are lift bolster seats. So if you want to stand and drive, you can drop that up and get a bit more room to stand. And then all pretty straightforward. Your switch gears here, steering, throttle for the engine, power trim for the engine. It's got trim tabs on this one as well. And then your speed and your RPM, it's all very straightforward. And then that is for your navigator or passenger, guest, whatever. And there's a little sink there as well. That there is the cuddy cabin version. I don't know how you can see that. As I say, there's a tour of that one on the channel as well, so look out for that if you want to see what that looks like. But there's more to this boat than that. If we head forward a little bit further, this is the stereo system on this side. And there's a fridge, so for your days out you keep your drinks cool. And what is very useful, and what is quite a small bow rider boat, is in here, because there is actually, it's compact but it's there and it's usable and it can be essential. Brilliant, of course, you've got kids on as well. There's a proper little sea toilet. I think that is such a useful feature. There's nothing worse than having a wonderful day out, being in the perfect anchorage, and then somebody wants to use the loo and you've got to head back in and all that sort of stuff. So that's great. And if I do it the right way around, I'll even be able to close the doors properly. There we go. And then finally, we can come right up to the bow. Some great seating areas here. A real thrill ride sat at the front here, leaning against this when you're cruising down the coast at 25 knots. I think you can infill this as well, make that into a big sun pad if you want to. But it just extends the scope of the boat right to the very front. You can walk all the way through. There's a little locker in here for your electric anchor winch, and your anchor is already in position, so again, all nice, convenient and easy. So that's about it. That is the Cranchi E26 rider. I think it's a great little boat. And Maggie, and this one's up for sale with Ting Dean Marine in the UK. So huge thanks to those guys for organising that very quick tour, and I hope you've enjoyed having a little look at that one. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, and we look forward as ever to catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.